Many people believe that UX is wireframes and prototypes. But the reality is that real UX is about solving problems in the real world. It doesn't matter if you are working with the government, if you're working with education, if you're working with healthcare, if you're working with banking, if you're working with restaurants. It doesn't matter who you are working with. If you are a UX designer, researcher, a UX strategist, then your goal needs to be about how to solve your client problem, business problem, and meet the needs of the users. Let me explain to you what I mean with this. Recently, I was working with a service-based customer. The service that they were providing, they started to receive lots of negative reviews. In these negative reviews that the clients, the users was leaving on Google, it started impacting their money, their return on investment. They started to impacting customers even coming back to get the service. So they hired me. I listened to what the problem that they had. I pulled the data, that means the survey, the responses that they were leaving online, the text messages, the communication that they were having. And one of the magic things that I did was visit their office. Look around the office, saw, and try to see it from a customer point of view. And when I completed my diagnosis, I realized that it was the customers have a wrong expectation about the service that the business were providing. The business were doing everything right. The service that they were providing was excellent. The service that they were presenting online was clear. But what they were saying and what the customer was expecting, it was two different worlds. So after analyzing this, I came up with some solutions based on the data that I pulled, based on the surveys, based on the bad reviews, and talking to a few customers about their expectations. And one thing that I did notice with that is that after reviewing the website, I saw no explanation about the service expectation that this customer had. And when I looked in the office, there was no documentation, nothing saying this. It was all verbal. And what was happening is that when they was telling the customers this information, that information was going through the other ears and nothing was staying. So by the time they have made the payment, they provided that service, all they could remember is the last experience that they received. And that last experience, compared to their expectations, was what concluded into a negative experience. So my insight provided these actionable solutions to my clients, saying we need to update the website with clear information, clear expectations of what the customer will have, the users will have, your clients will have. Why? Because what you have on your website and what they get when they come to your office is totally different. And even though they were going above and beyond to be able to explain their services, there was no notice and there was no legal information about these alerts that they should have presented to the customers. So all of these things then was what caused the negative feedback and the challenges that they were actually facing. So after I presented this information to my client, they were impressed. They thought that I was a genius. And in reality, I'm pretty smart. But you can do what I do. If you are a UX researcher, designer, strategist, you can do what I did. And your customers will think of you as a genius. They will think of you as a magician. They will think that you're actually doing some witchcraft, okay? Because you will put a smile on their face because they will not believe, I didn't think about that. But it's not about the how they didn't think about that. It's because your responsibility, my responsibility, is to listen to them, gather the information, and through that process of discovery, put it all together and talk to the customer. Go toward your customer. So if you have to do a field study, the user interview, you have to be there to be able to pay attention to what is happening. Then do it. I know we like to work remotely. I love working remotely. But from time to time, I go where my customer is to be able to see what they're doing. Especially if you're working with service-based customer, go to their location. Talk to their customers. Look at their reviews if you really want to get to the root cause of the problem. And what I was able to do is help them identify, improve their onboarding. Not only the website onboarding, but their office onboarding. That initial pre-interview, pre-visit, when the customer actually get to the office, we created additional forms. And you would think as a UX, I don't want to be doing forms. I'm not a secretary. Your job is not to be a secretary. Your job is to create a better user experience. And that is going to mean that you have to help them create some secretary documents. Then that's what you need to do. And what I was able to recommend is creating these forms. A form that they will be able to give the customer at the beginning so that they can review. A form that they will be able to have the customer initial and say, I understand, I agree, no need for a signature, but initial does mean you saw what we can offer and what we cannot offer. With that said, at the end of the form, the document that they have to complete at the beginning before they even get the service is an acknowledgement that before they make a payment, they need to express any dissatisfaction or how my client can help them to create a better experience. And listen to this. The employees, the agents of this business are giving also a form, a little reminder of asking a question. Is there anything else I can do for you today before we end the service for today? Is there anything else? It's like, do you want French fries with it? Do you want an extra something? This is something that they were not doing. This is something that they assume that as soon as the service is over, it's over. And they were not doing that. And this is an opportunity to ask, would you like to set up another appointment for next week, next month? There were some missed opportunities that they were not taking advantage of. And if you providing a service, and in that service, you are asking your customers, what else I can do for you before they walk out your door? They will talk to you. They will either tell you what is bothering them, or they will tell you what is making them happy. And if it is what is making them happy, that's an opportunity for you to know that you are doing a good job. It's an opportunity for you to say thank you. Thank you to them. Give them a card, give them something. But if they say something negative, that is an opportunity for you to say, how can I make it better? And that is something that I noticed that recently with all the clients that I have been helping, that is a consistent pattern that I have found. So if you are working with a service-based customer, make sure that you pay attention to these things. And remember, it is not always about wireframes and prototypes. Sometimes it's about how can you improve their customer experience and do whatever it's going to take to make sure that you can help your client, your business, improve their customer experience. My name is Sandra Graves. Apart from being a UX researcher, UX designer, UX strategist, I just love working with people. I have a passion for working with people. I have a passion for helping you come up with strategies to how you can improve your customer experience, your user experience. That's where I come in. My company name is uxuipros, and you can get in touch with me by sending an email to sandragravesevents@gmail.com. sandragravesevents@gmail.com. Or you can visit my website to learn more about the services that I offer at www.uxuipros.com. www.uxuipros.com. And remember, UX is about solving problems in the real world. And don't forget, always listen, gather the data, and identify the patterns. That's how you're going to be able to help your clients provide their users with a better experience.